goddamn stream. Thank you, you fucking... Welcome to Dave's Cooking Show. For you today, we are looking at Cooking Videos with Dave number 36. Ow. So, I suppose we'll just start right off. Josh makes Wendy's Baconator Lasagna.
Welcome to Mythical Kitchen, where a dream is a food your heart makes. All right, so Wendy's CEO has said that the Baconator was invented with 18 to 34-year-olds in mind, and when my 42-year-old boss, Rhett McLaughlin, ate this Wendy's Baconator lasagna, he said,
let me tell you, I've never felt more like a 34-year-old than I do right now.
But I want everybody out there to make this lasagna. I want this lasagna to bridge the gap between generations with cheesy, bacony, inclusivity, goodness of inclusions. And if you're following along at home, we've broken the recipe down into 3 easy steps, and you can snag the time codes right there. We also got a full written description down in the recipe, but you can also find a full written recipe down in the description below. You can also check out the latest episode of our podcast, A Hot Dog is a Sandwich, that just dropped yesterday. Tune in every Wednesday wherever you get your podcasts. Let's get cooking. All right, so now we're making the fresh lasagna noodles for the Baconator lasagna. Now, let's diagram out this dish, right? So the Baconator, it is a very classic flavor. It is a ton of beef, it's a ton of bacon. It's not like a ton of buns, it's kind of just like one. And then there's American cheese on it. So literally, we're going with the flavors of beef and bacon and American cheese. So now we have to infuse fresh lasagna noodles with American cheese, which to my knowledge, has anyone done this before? Trevor, well, yeah, Trevor, you did it, but you did it on Will It Lasagna, because you... Also, I'm not dead. Trevor did the food for Will It Lasagna because, like, I don't know, things are busy, and also, like, we give people opportunities to shine. And a bunch of people in the YouTube comments, one person said I got in a car crash. I got DMs from people that were like, oh my God, are you okay? I heard. Anyways, we're infusing these lasagna noodles with American cheese, which I'm very excited about. That's a little bit of cheddar powder that's going into the flour, and now we're gonna whisk up the eggs. We have a couple slices of American cheese that have been melted down with milk right there. That's gonna provide some additional moisture. Some people on fresh pasta, they go just egg and flour. I actually like going with a mixture of egg and water. And then you know what? I'm gonna be a little crazy today. I'm gonna add the milky American cheese liquid, which is, what a strange color. And I'm gonna add that to our egg mixture. Get all of our liquid in one place, and then we're gonna do the classic handmade pasta well method. Anyway, so what we're doing is we're taking a fork and we're just gonna build a well in the middle. You want the walls to hold like the walls at Helm's Keep? Helm's Deep, God! Oh, I almost made a correct Lord of the Rings reference. Love me some Vigo, though. Anyways, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our egg and our cheesy mixture, we're just gonna pour it in the middle, and then we're gonna use a fork to gradually incorporate the flour from outside in. But you honestly can just throw this into a food processor and you will get the same result. Apologies to all the Italian grandmas. The show's big with Italian grandmas. They're the ones that buy all the hats. This well is holding up pretty well as I destroy it. Sound the Horn of Gondor. It's a reference. There we go. You know what? I like the movies, but I'm watching it for the hot elves. Like, I like that one sexy chick with the bow. She's hot. You know. He's so hot. You thought you were gonna get lasagna lessons. Nope, we're talking sexy elves today. All right, sort of start mashing at it. Get your hands in there. There we go. And so you're looking for this to kind of become a shaggy dough, too dry, and your pasta won't go through the pasta maker without cracking. As you knead it, you'll see it'll probably feel a little bit wetter, and then you can just add some more flour, kind of keep smashing it with the heel of your hand right there. This isn't a palm heel strike, this is more of a palm heel mash. This is like, after you get your enemy on the ground, you kind of just like, mash the heels of your palm in their face.
All right, let's
skip
skip ahead.
Thinking about that.
Bye-bye, cough.
Later chest congestion. Hello, 12 hours of relief.
12 hours? Not coffee?
Sexy elf chick. Now we're making the base sauce for lasagna. I'm calling this a Baconator Bolognese, a Bolognese-nator. We're gonna take a lot of bacon. We got, like, I don't know, that's like a whole pack full of bacon in there. Woo-hoo-hoo. We're gonna get it rendering in a pan. Anytime I'm cooking with bacon, I always like to start with the bacon because then you're rendering the fat out of the bacon. You don't have to add any supplemental oil because you're getting all that bacon fat. And after that bacon fat starts rendering, we're gonna add some beef and then other things. We're really trying to marry the flavors of Baconator and Bolognese here. What you could do, I thought this was a conspiracy theory that Wendy's uses old burgers in their chili, but it's not. Like, Wendy's chili is made from old burgers, which is actually really cool because they're decreasing any amount of food waste and it's all like up to health codes because they're kept at a certain temperature throughout the day. You could take about
yes, for hamburgers only. But if it's a cheeseburger, well, then it goes into the trash.
5 Baconators, chop them up, and make a bolognese from that in the style of Wendy's chili, just like the Sardinian grandmothers do. Sardinian grandmothers invented Wendy's chili, don't you know? Baconator has like a really simple flavor profile. There's not a ton going on into it, but there are certain things. Ketchup and mayonnaise is a big part of it. I have not put mayonnaise into a lasagna before, and I don't intend to do it today, shockingly. But as far as like the ketchup goes, I feel like we can sort of get that profile just by making this a little bit sweeter than you would think. And we also have all that salty bacon going in there, so it's really gonna counter. So we're gonna add a little bit of sugar with that tomato paste to really kind of give it that ketchup-y aroma. And also I feel like if I added ketchup to my bolognese, which to be clear, I want to do, I feel like the Sardinian grandmothers would stop buying the hats. This bacon is looking nice and rendered. We got a lot of liquid fat in that pot. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm taking some beef. It's what's for beef. So we got our beef going in there. I'm using a pretty lean beef because we have all that fat from the bacon. We don't want this to be too greasy. So we're just gonna start getting that beef browning in there. And as always, whenever you add meat to a pot,
Of course, God forbid you actually just drain it.
I like to season it with salt because that is just gonna make it more saltier. So I'm just gonna add garlic and onion. That's something very classic in a lot of bolognese, right? You're gonna get a lot of those Italian flavors. And I'm just gonna, no, I got it.
Dude, the bacon's half cooked and been contaminated with, all right, fuck it, whatever.
I got it. I'm like a Roomba. So now we got our onions and our garlic working in there. Now we're gonna start seasoning it up. Add any green flecks you want. Most of the green flecks in your pantry kind of taste the same, right? If it's oregano, if it's parsley, if it's basil, it doesn't matter. Green flecks make your food taste better. So this is probably what? Marjoram? Bro, I do love marjoram. But that literally could be anything, and I'm gonna add some thyme in there. We're gonna get that going. A little bit of black pepper,
weird.
and then tomato paste is great because you're just adding concentrated tomatoes in there, and that's actually going to decrease the moisture. Because if you think about it, you're just adding to the ratio of like tomato pulp to water. And then we are going to pour in our tomatoes in the micro.
Okay, one of the big components, and I'm curious of how you're gonna pull this off, of a Baconator is the mayonnaise. Baconator is mayo, ketchup, patty, cheese, bacon, and yeah, so where's the mayo?
Suave. Typically a bolognese doesn't have this much tomato in it. Typically a bolognese is not modeled after a Wendy's hamburger.
Well, what really sucks for the Vikings is that same week, so they play in London on Sunday, then they gotta play on Thursday. They have the Thursday night game. So, if their undefeated streak is in jeopardy, this is where they're probably going to fuck it all up.
Burger. Okay, we got that going, and then I'm going to add a little bit of chicken stock. This is basically just to offset.
Well, then it's not a Baconator, and he's got to incorporate American cheese. Otherwise, this is just a bacon beef lasagna.
For the amount that this is going to reduce, because we do want this to be relatively thick. We're not going to cook our lasagna noodles, which means we do need some moisture in that sauce. So I'm basically adding the chicken stock there because I want to let this reduce for about 3 hours. And so that chicken stock that we added is going to bolster it. And instead of adding water, when that evaporates out, you're just going to get that pow punch of umami right in there. Punch of umami is one of those words that like you don't say, just say flavor. Flavor, it's going to taste good. Umami. Umami.
Need a detox from your chatty roommate? Plan your getaway with AI Assistant. Find your perfect somewhere with AI Assistant. Download Hotels.com and book in the app.
Welcome to the PetSmart Kitchen. I'm excited to give you a behind-the-scenes look at how I prepare a variety of savory.
So I know what you're thinking, Josh, you have been talking about Sardinia all day, but isn't the most famous Sardinian lasagna made with pane carasau, colloquially known as paper bread? That is correct, but we are modeling this after lasagna bolognese, which does not have ricotta, ain't got no ricotta cheese. But we are modeling this after lasagna bolognese, of course, in the city of Bologna, that has bechamel instead of the American lasagna, which typically has ricotta. But again, shout out, we'll make the pane
And ricotta is delicious.
carasau later. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start making our bechamel, and we're gonna do an American cheese infused bechamel to really sell all that Baconator flavor. So what we're doing, we're just gonna melt butter down right now. We got the pan on about medium heat, and I'm going to add my flour to it. We're creating what's called a roux. Fast forward if you've seen me do this before. I like white creamy sauces. Let me live. When the foam starts you know that is when the flour is actually cooking into the butter, because you cannot cook the flour enough, and then you end up with just like a kind of chalky, crappy bechamel. So now I'm gonna add about half that milk. I like to add a little bit of milk to really let it come together, and then you can kind of see it thickening, and then you gradually add it later on all the way up.
Oh, Jesus, this is gonna be a year-long project if I do it.
When I make bechamel is what I typically
I thought about, you know, ever since I made the Lucky 38 burger, I thought about making other dishes that I thought would be in the Lucky 38, but then I'm like, the Lucky 38 was a major casino in the alternate Las Vegas Strip. I just checked. Caesar's Palace, which I think the Lucky 38 is modeled after, has 9 restaurants, so I'd have to come up with 9 different menus.
do is I start with a silicone spatula. That way I can scrape out all of the flour from the crevasses, and then I'll switch to a whisk so I can really break up that flour, try and get any lumps out of it. But you do want to make
oh,
the
American
base sauce
cheese was in the pasta. Okay, god damn it.
The fridge, and then the dough is sort of going to set up. The flour is gonna get all nice and hydrated from all the American cheese. Yeah, we put a bunch of American cheese in here. That's pretty crazy. And then we are good to roll it out and get it into our pasta maker, and we want to get very thin lasagna sheets, able to make our lasagna, which is French for whale's womb. We have our dough out of the fridge. You see, it's got, wow, what a gorgeous color. And no, this is not similar to the Cheez-It pasta dough that we made 5 months ago. Stop saying that. So, this is pasta dough. And we have one of my many nemeses in the kitchen. I have an incredibly combative relationship with all of my kitchen appliances, which is why I try and use toddler combat on them. What I'm gonna do with the dough is I'm just gonna pinch off a little nubbin, and then I'm gonna form it into a square, and then we're gonna start feeding the square into the pasta dough, and we're gonna gradually roll it out until it's a lasagna noodle. Making lasagna by hand it's like a really fun process, but it is like really an all-day process. If you wanna do it proper, we're showing you how to do it proper, but there are shortcuts, honestly. If you just buy pre-made lasagna noodles, you can get the stuff that you ain't even got.
I would just add a layer of American cheese if it was me.
Cook. So we're gonna take the fresh dough and we're gonna start feeding it through the pasta maker. So you wanna start with your pasta maker on thicker and then gradually get thinner. There we go. We're gonna run it through twice on this thickness. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm gonna increase the thinness or decrease the thickness. Boom, science! Every time I hear the word thickness, I just think of Disturbed. Always feed your pasta in vertically. There we go. Don't put your fingers in the holes. All right, here we go. This is the thickness I'm looking for. I can see my fingers through the lasagna noodles, which is really freaking awesome. If you want to square off your lasagna noodles, you absolutely can. I might do this just so it fits in the pan better. I'm working with a 13x9 lasagna pan. But honestly, with like the overlapping edges, you don't need to, go super crazy with trying to get them straight like that. And I'm just gonna keep doing this like 35 times. Thinking about that sexy elf chick. Now we're making the base sauce for lasagna. I'm calling this a Baconator Bolognese, a Bolognese-nator. We're gonna take a lot of bacon. We got like, I don't know, that's like a whole pack, 12 ounces of bacon in there. Woo-hoo-hoo. We're gonna get it rendering in a pan. Anytime I'm cooking with bacon, I always like to start with the bacon because then you're rendering the fat out of the bacon. You don't have to add any supplemental oil because you're getting all that bacon. I got it. I'm like a chicken stock that we added is going to bolster it. And instead of adding water, when that evaporates out, you're just gonna get that
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check your school's saying first before saying it.
High tide!
It's roll tide.
So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
With Pro Plan Sport, incredible happens.
The city of Bologna that has bechamel instead of the American lasagna, which
blah,
typically
blah,
has
blah,
in the fridge, look at it, realize nothing's changed, not get anything, then come back to the computer. That's what I'd do. Okay, hey, welcome back. So this is getting a little bit thick and creamy, and then in theory, if you're making a cheese sauce, I would add the cheese gradually. That way you don't risk the cheese breaking, the protein separating from the fats, all that. But there's just so many delicious binding chemicals in here. Shout out soy lecithin and guar gum. You can really just take it like a brick and just kind of dump it in there. And then when you stir it around, it'll become a sauce, which is very exciting. I'm as excited by this cheese sauce as I am by that sexy, sexy elf chick from Lord of the Rings. Legoland.
Dude, there were no elf chicks except for Liv Tyler, and I wouldn't exactly put her at the top of the sexiness charts.
Legoland. We're gonna add a little bit of black pepper to that just to season it up, and then dump in a fair amount of salt. Bechamel loves salt because it's just a lot of fat and cream. And we're gonna let this cool down a little bit because right now it'll just kind of flow over the lasagna. We want it to kind of like really bunch up a little bit.
God, this is why I love my gas range. Oh, God, do I love my gas range.
Roomba. So right now we're gonna start constructing our lasagna. So what I like to do is I like to take a layer of both our sauces. Again, no ricotta cheese in here because we're doing bolognese style, but with our hearts in Sardinia. We're gonna spread out a little bit of this bacon bolognese. That is looking really fantastic in there. The bacon fat really mixes with all that tomato pulp and just creates this awesome, thick boy sauce. So now we're just gonna be alternating sauces. Get a nice drizzle drazzle. I love when the creaminess of the bechamel like sort of interacts with the bolognese, and the bechamel, after some of that moisture like leaves the system and gets absorbed by the pasta, it's really going to create this just kind of like nice glue. And so now we got our layer of sauce down. I'm gonna take these lasagna noodles and then we're just gonna start shingling these down and get another layer of noodles. All right, so I'm just gonna do 2 lasagna layers. You don't want too much overlap in the middle because that's gonna like sort of start to build up. So we're gonna get that into the sauce and then gonna add more sauce on top. Yeah, Nicole, Nicole's waving her hands. No, 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 and I say yes, yes, yes. Really spread it out. We wanna go pretty thin on the layers because we want some like real nice defined structure.
This guy's a dork.
Nicole, do you have something to say, Miss Sai over there? Yeah, I'm gonna load up this layer with bechamel. And then we're gonna take a bunch of these strips of bacon. We want this to really mimic a Baconator, so we're gonna add just a fair amount of
Alright, can we just get to the end?
Here we got one more.
Product?
Big ass elephants. They got like little ghouls. Steam action there. I have my lasagna sheet on a baking pan because now we can, for crying out loud, finally put this in the oven. So I'm actually gonna cover this with tin foil. I'm just gonna do that for like the first half an hour, and then for the last 15 minutes, I'm gonna take it out and cook it and broil the cheese. We're trying to get some steam action there. I have my lasagna sheet on a baking pan because lasagna is famous for drippage in Sardinia. So I'll pop it on a sheet pan, nice easy little fix. And we're gonna throw it in there. Yeah. And now you have time to watch the 4th Lord of the Rings movie.
Of course, you could just add some aluminum foil to the bottom rack.
This is freaking fantastic. I love a nice, well-browned lasagna. You see, there is just grease coming from every pore of this.
Dude, that shit almost looks burnt. Like you should have left it, you should have pulled it out, I'd say about 3 minutes ago.
Suppose I'm just gonna take a slice out of it right now. V, you like the corner piece or the middle piece?
Middle.
Like directly in the middle? You sociopath? I'm not doing that. I do that with pumpkin pie. I just slurp the filling out of the middle. The first slice of lasagna is always hardest to get out. I never know how to do it. So I'm just gonna try it on 3 kind of.
Oh no, no. I hope this works.
Yes, oh wow. This is fantastic.
I'm son of a bitch. It stayed
so
together.
Much of that bechamel that has just like become a glue and held these pasta layers together. You really smell the cheese that's been infused with the pasta. This is absolutely freaking incredible. I gotta try a bite. First, I gotta try a bite of it now. Thank you.
All right, I'm done with this. Okay. So, Gordon Ramsay gets a second crack at the only dish that has ever kicked his ass. A grilled cheese sandwich. Will he do it right this time? Gordon, all you need, cheap white bread. Sara Lee makes a good one. American cheese, butter, that's it.
Right, welcome to my redemption cook-off. I'll tell you why, because a few years back I was in Tasmania making the most extraordinary grilled cheese.
Yeah, it wasn't a grilled cheese. It was a cheese sandwich that had been slightly heated up.
That's incredible. Now, I was up against it, didn't have much time, not making any complaints. However, this is redemption.
It was a recorded video. You couldn't just say, hey guys, can I have another 5 fucking minutes to get this right?
Because now, in front of my amazing audience, I'm going to show you how to make the most perfect grilled cheese. You guys ready? Yeah! Okay, let's go. So I've got some great Italian country bread. In between, I've got some amazing...
All right, already I'm worried that bread is awfully thick for a grilled cheese.
Mushrooms.
Again, you have to get heat through the bread to start to melt the cheese before the goddamn bread starts to burn.
Braised short rib. I'm gonna make an amazing little jalapeno jam.
Is this a grilled cheese or is this a braised short rib sandwich?
Start off with first.
By the way, I have nothing against braised short rib sandwiches.
Cooking the mushrooms. Now, when I say I've taken flack, you have no idea the amount of complaints I've had globally about this grilled cheese. However, now we are back with a vengeance. Olive oil into our pan, okay, and let's get some color on those mushrooms. No color, no flavor. Nice hot pan, mushrooms in, and lay them flat in the pan so we get that really nice color on there. Salt.
Hey, idiots on your phones, could you actually watch a Master Chef cook and not have to film them for your Instagram or whatever?
Chili flakes, and then just a little touch of olive oil again. Get them roasting. Now, this jam, this is a jalapeno and sort of
Oh, they're awesome. They do take some time, but they're awesome.
tomato jam. Fry off the peppers, slice them nice and thin. I'm the type of person that loves the seeds in these things, okay? It generates more heat, and more importantly, at this age, they're not really that hot, okay? And I want this thing caramelizing. So, slice them into little rondels, touch of olive oil into the pan, and in we go. Now, again, some salt, and then a little touch of pepper. Really important, especially cooking mushrooms. And then inside this jam, just a little pinch of sugar. In we go. Now, the ginger, just cut that in half, nice and fine. I quite like the chunks of ginger in there as well. As the ginger starts to cook, it's going to disintegrate and sort of really give a little touch of spice inside that jam. From there,
It's going to disintegrate with chunks that big?
tomatoes. Just get the tomatoes and literally just cut them in half. And we're sort of going to blister the tomatoes. This is a unique sandwich because in the center, I've got some leftover braised short rib. So,
Again, is this a grilled cheese or a braised short rib sandwich? Why the hell do I keep calling it sandwich? Again, nothing wrong. I'll eat the shit out of it, but grilled cheese is just cheese and bread and bacon. Bacon can go on anything.
that's going to give a really amazing texture inside. And then from there, just start your shallots. Nice and fine. Start that jam. Beautiful. Get them sauteing
Actually, I love shallots.
beautifully. Make sure we get a lot of color on those mushrooms, okay? We need the color. We need the water to come out of that beautiful mushroom so this grilled cheese remains nice and caramelized. And I promise you this time, that cheese is going to be melted beyond belief. Just a little touch of honey over that chutney, and now it's going to start caramelizing. Now, for the center, this is my braised short rib, okay? And this is literally left over from the night before. And all we're going to do now is just sort of slice the short rib down.
Ramsay, I love you, but that looks drier than fuck. Also, I wouldn't have done it this way. I would have shredded it. And then probably kept it sitting in some cooking liquid or barbecue sauce. Dude, that looks fucked.
Into layers. Give that a really nice season. And from there, chill it.
I mean, again, I know you own 500 restaurants. I own nothing. But seeing what I see.
So it stays nice and firm. So good. So good. Tom Brady, I hope you're watching. I'll stop it, Tom. Come on. You're going to make a grilled cheese?
Yeah, just make a grilled cheese.
Tom.
It's not that hard.
I think Nick made it. Tom Brady, come on. Really? Grilled cheese? Seriously? Mushrooms getting cooked down. Chutney coming together. That comes out. Into a bowl. Chutney done. And then look at these mushrooms. Beautiful. Drain off the fat. In and out. Beautiful. Now for the bread. Pan nice and hot. Get your country bread and literally lather with mayonnaise. And into the pan we go. That's it. Again.
Okay, mayonnaise is fine. Butter's better. But mayo's okay. I mean, you just want some fat on the bread.
Both sides. On. And just get your press and lightly press down. And that's the beauty of these pans, how we lovely, beautifully caramelize that bread. Don't forget to season the bread, okay? Both sides.
Ah, yes. Don't forget to add salt and pepper, even to your bread.
A bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. That's what we want. Beautiful color. And then on that side, look, I'm gonna start just lightly seasoning that with a little touch of chili flake, okay? Now, for the exciting part, I've got my Gruyere, my cheddar, and taleggio, 3
Okay, thank God he's using appropriate cheeses.
great cheeses that's gonna beautifully melt. We're gonna start layering this thing up beautifully. You guys ready? Let's go. Right, first off, a generous sprinkling of the Gruyere cheese. Both sides. Get your mushrooms and literally form a base of these mushrooms.
Okay, this is no longer a grilled cheese sandwich. I don't know what the hell this is, but it's not a grilled cheese.
Mushrooms underneath. Just push
Fine. It's a fucking braised short rib melt.
them down in that cheese, okay? Lightly season. Each layer, absolutely crucial to season. And then from there, take your short rib. Short rib sits on top. Again, short rib, cheese. And then we're gonna go for that beautiful chutney. Jalapeno chutney. And that just...
And again, I'm not saying this isn't delicious. I'm not saying that, but this is not a grilled cheese. And you have to put it back in the pan. The cheese has got to fucking melt.
lifts the beef up beautifully. And jalapeno. Now, for our mature cheddar, okay? Sharp cheddar first, on top.
Oh, I've used mayonnaise in the past, especially on burger buns. But, like I said, for grilled cheese specifically, I'm way more partial to butter than I am mayonnaise.
Again.
Like I said, mayonnaise is delicious.
And really important we season. Really important. My chile, for my chutney. Oh my goodness me. And then from there.
The cheese is never going to melt. There's not enough contact with the heat.
A touch more cheese. Now, on and on. This is the grilled cheese, by the way.
No, it's not. I don't know what the hell it is.
And then finally, close that over. We press that down and we pray, right? That goes in.
Okay, the only way this sandwich is going to melt properly is... And you've already got the bread half toasted. The only way this motherfucker is going to work is if you put it in the oven.
Oh my goodness me. A bit of oil, a touch of butter, and in. Now, we take our press and we push down. And then very quickly, 4 minutes in the oven at 350 degrees. You guys excited? So am I. The moment of truth. Here we go. Oh my goodness me. Come on, Tom, look closely. Nick, look even closer. Let's get this out.
Like I said,
Lift that
fine-looking
up.
sandwich.
Oh my goodness me.
But it's
On.
not a grilled cheese.
Oh my goodness me. And here we are. A beautiful, amazing grilled cheese with short rib.
Again, I'm sure that's delicious. I'd eat the shit out of it. It's probably delicious, but it ain't a grilled cheese. All right, now let's look at some people that absolutely fail. So we have some chick here who's attempting to grill something.
Yeah.
This is why women need to live with men.
These are quality.
What are you doing?
She's eating it from the floor.
What are you doing? Is it delicious?
That's why you don't leave shit where 2-year-olds can get them.
You got this.
Oh no.
Open, and it falls in, okay? Can you do that? You wanna try that?
What happened, Zariah? Zariah, what happened? You were climbing up there? You were climbing up there and you fell?
No.
How'd you get up there?
I was walking.
How was you walking and that happened?
Alright, I'm gonna skip over the kids because I don't care that much.
So don't let that chip spoil your trip.
Is that a chip? That happens a lot.
And here we go.
Oh!
Wait a minute, wait. Stop right where you're at. Stop right where you're at. Don't even move. Let me see the camera. Let me see the camera. Real quick. Wait.
We need an announcement.
Oh god, I hate it I love it when these assholes fuck their pancake up.
Go.
Oh, you suck!
Put your hands again
This
while you're
is a
doing
video
it.
of my friend. Okay, calm down. Wait.
Alright, these are more funny than anything else. There's nothing I can make fun of.
One, two.
Eh, they'll be fine. Alright, done with this. This is more funny than anything else. Nothing I can really, So let's check out this, group of... Now, I can already see the problem here. Hot oil into whatever the hell this is, and it's a glass bowl. I don't care if it's Pyrex. This is a bad idea. If you're going to do this, use metal. Boom!
Okay, meet me at the bar in 15 minutes.
Oh my god! What the fuck? Dude, shut the oven off! Unplug it! Dude, your phone's fucked. Your phone is fucked. Shut the water off, you knobhead!
Bro, my dumb ass. I thought this was oil.
How do you fuck up the oil jug for the dishwashing thing? They have two completely different... One doesn't have a little spigot at the top.
Oh. That's been on for 6 hours. Cool.
Et c'est parti. Oh non!
Oh. What was this guy attempting to do? Outside of I just want to clean ketchup off of everything.
Non!
Oh non, un gag.
J'ai fait une petite bêtise.
Il y a du ketchup partout, on dirait qu'on a découpé quelqu'un, pas du cupcake, du ketchup. Oh putain.
Alright, kid's got a little bit of skill, but I'm assuming this is gonna fuck up at some point. Alright, what is this asshole attempting to do? Put some water on it or baking soda! There's a joke. I really want to. Oh, screw it. You're Asians. You're supposed to be smarter than this. Dude! Water! You. Or a lid! What the hell is this? That. I don't know what in the hell this chick wanted to make, but that, it's fucked, my dear. Start over. And I think, also, isn't that supposed to be damn near frozen? I don't know what the hell she was making. Oh, shut up. Oh, this is gonna be bad. This is going to be bad. Dude, it's a wok, not a frying pan! Get a spatula!
Bro, so I just came out into my kitchen to get some water, and guess what I found? Cat in the trash can. Hi, Miranda.
Yo,
I hope they unplugged this. How did you get your fucking hair in there? Okay, you don't have a choice. Cut the damn thing off.
So we just arrived at our campsite for our 2-year wedding anniversary, and the first thing that you did was put a water filter on the water so that I don't have to take a green shower.
Yes, water filter installed.
All right, let's see what color the water is.
All right.
All right, that's funny. Don't attempt. It's on the floor, dude. It's fucked now.
So I made a dip, right? I made a dip.
Oh,
Pan
shit.
melted in a crock pot. This has never happened before.
How the
Crock pot. This has never happened. So I made a dip, right? I made a dip.
How in the hell? What did you put in it? I mean, the damn thing is ceramic. It should be able to handle temperatures far higher than the crock pot gets.
The pan melted in a crock pot. This has never happened before.
Or was your crock pot already damaged and you were using temporary fixes? Okay, I'll just chalk that up to a mystery. Somebody turn the gas off! No, don't add water, you friggin' blooming retard!
ปิดเตาอย่างเดียวต้องเอาผ้าชุบน้ำเอาน้ำราดไม่ปิดหรอกปิดเตาอย่างเดียวเอาผ้าชุบน้ำ เดี๋ยวมันร้อนก็ระเบิดอ่ะมันบางเย็น
Cut the gas line!
แก๊สไม่ออกแล้วเป็นน้ำราดก็ไปใหญ่ดิ
God, people are stupid. All right, this is a pretty quick thing, but I don't get what Mr. Beast was going for here. Hold on, I have to get through this stupid commercial.
Progress. It's something so many of us.
Do you know what time?
This is A5 Japanese Wagyu. I didn't know they gave you Wagyu certificates. This is literally a nose print of the cow. And now we have our perfect patty.
So, you made a burger out of a Wagyu steak, didn't bother to grind it up like a normal human being, just took a cookie cutter and cut it into a circle, and you're calling that a burger.
It's time to sear. I feel like Gordon Ramsay. What are you? Then we'll remove the patty.
No, Gordon Ramsay would have slapped the taste out of your mouth for killing a Wagyu.
Can't forget our 50-cent cheese. Cheers. Oh my God, this tastes so good.
Well, it should. It's hard to screw up Wagyu. All right. Now we go into, well, my first bathroom break, actually. Be right back. All right, and we're back. This is Aunt Myrna's Party Cheese Salad. This is an insight into Jack Scalfani's family life.
Do you know what time it is? It's time for Aunt Myrna's recipes.
It's a double header, that's right. Last week we did Aunt Myrna's recipe with the coleslaw. Amazing. This week we're doing party cheese salad.
By the way, there are professional chefs that have tried to recreate this and make it edible, and they can't.
When I saw her make this in Alabama, I was like, goosh, I'm not sure about some of these ingredients, but then I tasted it and it's like a dessert. It's really cool. So let's get this thing started. We're gonna cook all this on the stove, then we're gonna pour it in this glass dish, which I've never used in my whole life. I think my mom gave me this, but I'm gonna have a chance to use this, and then we're gonna chill it. So it's gonna be awesome. Let's get started right now. Wait till you see this. I never would have put these ingredients together had it not been for Aunt Myrna. You got cream cheese, pimentos,
Okay.
Cool Whip,
I'm scared.
crushed nuts, any kind that you like. I'm using pecans.
Sense.
Lemon, or you can use lime jello, celery, bell pepper,
Aunt Myrna is
pineapple,
demented.
and American cheese. Can you
It's
believe
time
this?
for Aunt Myrna to
This is
go to the
crazy.
fucking home.
Let's go to the stove right now and get this thing started. Take your crushed pineapples and pour it
I don't know. My insurance covers ambulance rides, so.
in the pan. All right, get your Jello mix. You're gonna do 1 large Jello, lemon or lime, or you're gonna do 2 small packets. I grabbed a large one. There you go.
What the hell is going on?
I'm not even sure what utensil to use for this. So,
None. Just throw it in the trash right now.
just gonna mix it up right now. There we go. I'm afraid later on, if I use a wooden spoon, it's gonna stick to the wooden spoon. All right, so we're gonna get this all mixed up. Okay, once the Jello is dissolved, you're gonna add, I chopped up the cream cheese. You're gonna add all your cream cheese in there. And you're going to mix that until it totally mixes in, totally melts down.
What the fuck? What the fuck is this?
Cream cheese pretty much melted down. You can still see the chunks of pineapple in there. I think we're about ready to add the rest of the ingredients. We're gonna add the chopped celery, bell peppers, pimento.
Does Aunt Myrna have the ability to warp space and time? Or does she drag you to the realm where Cthulhu rules? Because you'd have to be twisted out of your mind to think this is a good idea.
The nuts. We're gonna mix that in. I can't even begin to explain to you how amazing tasting this was.
My insurance covers ambulance rides. I have extremely good insurance.
It looks horrible, but I'm telling you, Aunt Myrna never has failed me yet, and I have had this. So I hope
That looks like what a dying gorilla pukes up.
mine turns out as good as hers, have as good as hers. I'll be in business. Okay, I've turned the flame off. I'm just mixing in now. So go ahead and turn your flame off. There we go, and get it all mixed in. All right, here's a crucial ingredient. Your whipped cream. Let's get that out there. Gonna mix that in gently. Don't wanna spill over. And I
have no idea what I'm watching at the moment.
recommend using, it's the Cool Whip. I don't recommend using imitation or fat-free or sugar-free because they have a different reaction. You want the regular, real Cool Whip or real whipped cream.
Like at Aunt Myrna's house,
Cool
was
Whip.
it under penalty of
Just use
torture if
real
you told her
whipped
she
cream.
sucked?
Creamiest you can find. Thickest you can find. Now I'm going to move this off to the side. Get my glass dish here. Then you're going to pour it in the dish carefully.
Oh, God.
Kind of mix it around so
What in the
pineapple
fuck
is all
is
throughout
this?
the. Just make sure all your ingredients are all throughout the dish, okay? Take your spoon gently through. You can smell, wow, the lemon and the pineapple are just busting out. And crazy enough, the last step, you're gonna sprinkle on some cheese on top.
Oh, dear God.
Use American cheese.
Forgive us, Father, we have sinned.
I wouldn't use a cheddar or a sharp because it's not going to have the same flavor effect. Now I'm going to chill this overnight.
Can you imagine what your stomach is going to do if you were to actually... This is like something a 4-year-old would throw together. But nobody would actually eat.
And then we're going to take a look at it in the morning. It's going to be solid. It's going to be cold. It's going to be sweet. It's going to be delicious. Okay, well, I realized I didn't have to wait overnight, and the family wants to try this out, so we've only been chilling this for about 4 hours, but as you can tell, it's completely solid and cold.
Tell you what, let's have a choice. All death row inmates, they either get the needle, or they have to eat an entire tray of this and we'll let them go. Because I think after you eat this shit, it's punishment enough.
And it looks beautiful. Look at that. Doesn't that look great? Look how awesome that looks. All right, so let's serve up a little section here and try it out. And you just cut it almost like a dessert. And you just scoop it out. Look at, can you see it? Can you see that? It's beautiful. Place it on a plate.
No, it's not.
There we go. It almost has like a pudding effect. We're going to give that a try. Look at how beautiful that looks. Mmm. Wow. So good. I know it. Of course, I don't know if mine came out as good. So here's to delicious tasting. Mmm. It blows my mind that it's so sweet and dessert-like and has all those vegetables in it. And American cheese on top. It is really, oh, it's so good. I can't explain this to you guys. It's sweet and it's crunchy and it's got a custard feel to it on your
You're just making shit up at this point. Or, Jack, were you born without taste buds? All right, one more cooking with Jack video before we take a break. I know a lot of people are leaving Jack alone because of his strokes and whatnot, but I'm an asshole. Like I said, I never make fun of the man for his medical conditions. Just, he was terrible back then. He's terrible now. It's not like he was great and then the strokes kind of, crippled his ability to cook. No, he sucked then. He still sucks now. So this is Ammo Patio Pizza Oven review. Is he going to actually make a pizza or just go with a frozen one? You're breaking down a goddamn Big Mac.
You're watching the Cooking with Jack show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Jack Scalfani here. It's the Cooking with Jack show. Today we were sent a wood fire pizza oven.
You were sent this. Somebody sent you this. The company that makes it sent it to you. You who get, on average, about 5,000 to 10,000 views. Okay, I guess if they're a startup, I'll buy it.
So we're kind of excited. It's kind of a pizza party time. We're going to make some pizzas. I'm going to show you. This thing is like a little over $100. Kind of impressed.
Okay, so it's a cheap one. All right, you probably bought it yourself.
If it works out good. The name of it.
Hold on, I hate to stop the show like this, but I just gotta see. Ammo patio pizza oven. Let's see if I can find... I think I found the exact one. It's $159. And it comes with a stone, a pizza peel, some grates. It looks like a stick burner. What's included with the extra tools? Oh, gloves and a pizza cutter. Wow. That's worth the... Well, fuck it. It's only $20 more. So it's got 4 out of 5 stars. Let's go with the low ratings. Okay, 1 star. Packaged, open, reclose. The idea is great, but it's like a tin soda can. Burns the paint off with 2 small pieces of wood at only 400. Nothing is described. Cheaply made. Wouldn't last through the first fire use. Started putting the item together, and the bottom shelf is missing stability, causing stability issues. Paint started to peel off. Scorched the inside, ruined the thermostat. Rusting the first day. Pizza stone cracked. No cleaning instructions. Alright, so... I don't know, it seems a lot of... Because there's far more 5-star reviews than anything else, so... So, I don't know. Alright. But let's see if it makes one.
I should have asked them. But it says ammo patio. But I've heard some people say amopatio. I don't know if it's amopatio. Sounds more European that way. But that's why I put the spelling on the screen for you. So anyway, we're going to try this wood oven. But first, let's make some pizzas to put...
Dude, how much cheese do you fucking go through in a week? You're constantly buying these 5-10-pound bags of cheese. Dude, I like cheese too, but I haven't had 3 strokes.
The oven and try it out. All right, so the first thing we're going to do...
I will be damned. They're actually making a dough.
A crust. But we're going to roll it out, top it with some pepperoni and sausage and some sauce. And then we got a reason to fire.
I don't know your wife's name. Why do I think Tammy is coming to mind? Sweetie, grab the ends of the rolling pin and press down.
Up the wood fire grill. You know,
again, you couldn't take the 5 minutes it takes to put pizza sauce together in a slow cooker.
A lot of sauce or a little bit of sauce.
And for the pizza oven, I've learned that you just don't want to do too much. Then it'll go and
blasphemy! I love extra sauce on my pizza.
True.
Make a mess.
Cheese is like garlic. You can never put too much cheese.
Yes, you can.
Alright guys, so we're using...
Oh my god! Oh fuck! Oh shit! Alright, I'm curious how this is gonna go because they're using lump charcoal, which burns way hotter than wood. Again, with lump charcoal in a forge, you can literally create steel.
We're using lump charcoal We got Hope monitoring everything we're doing. No, are we doing it okay, girl? Yep. We'll get that.
Also, it doesn't burn that long. It burns hotter than hell. But pizzas are typically made with a wood fire.
Lit in a little bit.
Yeah, whatever. Also, I would never use anything with lumped charcoal on my deck, especially an elevated deck. At least I think that's an that's an elevated deck.
Hey guys, Tammy's a little upset waiting for that fire. So she's don't burn me. She's gonna help it along a little bit. Okay guys, so we are literally ready to put the pizza in. Not sure how it's about 500 degrees. We're gonna start it at a low temperature. I mean, we could range it all up to 700 if we wanted to, but it's our first time, so we don't want to lose control of the cook. All right, we're gonna slide it in. We're gonna keep a close eye on it. See how it goes.
All right, looks like they were smart enough to put
No.
cornmeal on it. The
Hope's
flour.
trending good. No, don't do it. Hope, don't you do it. Don't go near that.
Get the dog off the deck.
Good girl.
I mean, I love dogs, but I hate it.
I don't know,
when
it looks
they're-
pretty good. Do you think you need it darker?
That is nowhere near done, Jack.
You're gonna be trying it, so cook it to how you like it.
That's
Okay,
nowhere
guys.
near done.
Well, this is cooling. It even came with a pizza cutter. I want to talk about it. And then it also came with a grill cleaner for cleaning the pizza oven.
Did somebody gift this to you on Amazon? Or because I can't imagine this company coming to you.
Okay, guys, I know I've been raving about this, but I'm mostly impressed.
Just a cheese.
I'm mostly impressed with the whole setup. Okay, I think she's ready to try it.
You're gonna like it.
So the bottom came out really good. We're very impressed. The stone worked. The oven worked great. The thing.
I don't know if they made their dough too thick. Or what? That's an extremely thick pizza. Normally you'd cook that not on a stone, but in a pan for the extra heat. I mean, that's about as thick as fucking Chicago deep dish.
Thing got hot. It's amazing. Okay.
Really good.
Is it really good? All right, so now we're going to try it. Oh, yeah, that's right. You already did. Anyway, no, I don't care. It smells amazing, guys. If you like pizza, you're going to love this. This is the perfect gift.
Yeah, that dough looks underdone. What is it with this family and having everything underdone? Like, it's the only time I've ever seen people have deep dish pizza, but not in a pan. Just like, I mean, I love deep dish, but it's got to be made in a fucking pan. Otherwise, it doesn't work. I have the... whatever. All right. We'll watch Sam the Cooking Guy. He made this a couple of months ago. He's not quite as pretentious as Josh Weissman, but he can get up there. Although, cool guy, I'd happily hang out and cook with him.
To announce one of our favorite Cooking Guy products of all time, we're gonna cook something extra special just for you. And by just for you, of course, I mean just for us, because we're the only ones who get to eat it. I'm sorry, it's the way it works. You can't reach through the screen and have any of this, but let's just put all that aside. We have something new. We're kind of excited about it. Do you want to know what it is? Should I tell them?
Yeah!
I suppose. That was so fake.
Wait, do it again, and Chance and I will go. Go
Yes.
ahead. Do you want to do it?
Do you want to know what it is?
Yeah!
Thank you, boys. Ready? It's...
I mean, I'll say this. At least this guy can actually cook.
This. Wait, this. Is it getting better yet? Hold on. Why don't we unbox it? Then you can see what it is.
Best day ever.
It is the best day ever. This is how it would come to you. See, the shipping label goes right here. You're all excited because it's the best day ever. Wait, we're gonna show you what's inside. You take a little Sam the Cooking Guy 5-inch Santoku, make one little slice, pull these tabs open. I suppose I don't have to be so gentle, do I? And then, are you ready? Okay, here we go. Because inside is another box. Yay!
Damn.
With my dopey face on it. Okay, now I can show you. Now, oh wait, that's gonna give it away. Stand by. Two more
it's
cuts.
a griddle. I already
First,
got
I want
that.
to talk to you about 8 Sleep, whose pod technology can be added to your existing mattress to cool you down or warm up each side of your bed. Nothing ruins my night's sleep more than being hot, sweaty.
By the way,
Yeah?
lots of boxes because we want our shit to come to you nicely.
Yeah, we
spend
want...
extra money on all these boxes for you guys.
It's a good point, Max. It's a good point. And, okay, now I can show you. Are you ready? Inside this is another box. Oops, made you cook. That's the line we like to use. All right. It's like an Easter egg.
I know, it's like a Russian nesting doll.
That's what I meant. It's a Russian nesting doll. Okay,
God.
take this out. By the way, don't be a
fuck.
dick. Recycle, ladies and gentlemen, and we mean that. Here we go, last one, I think. Slice, and inside is, what? It's the Cooking Guy reversible griddle pan. Wait a second now. Hold on, let's take it out. Let's see what's going on here. It's a cast iron grill / griddle pan, ridged on this side for amazing lines. STCG up here. Now you ready for this part? My favorite part. You flip it over and look, it's flat on this side. Catch it on the flip side. Get it? The flip side. There's my little face again. Eggs, pancakes, sandwiches, bacon, fried rice on that side.
Steaks if you want it.
Steaks if you want. This side, chicken with those beautiful lines. Fish with those beautiful lines. Grilled cheese with those beautiful lines. Anything. Oh, it's heavy. It's weighty. It is gorgeous. It is fantastic. We're super excited about it. Look at this. It's like we had a baby, Max. We had a baby. A big ass, super heavy cast iron grill pan baby.
I'm so excited.
We're so excited.
You're a good little guy.
Okay, but here's the thing. The pan has been pre-seasoned, but it will still benefit from more seasoning. Then the one we're gonna use today is this guy, and I think you can see the difference in the color. It loses its shine, it gets much darker, and it's much smoother. This is
Whenever you buy a cast iron pan, make sure you season it the second you get it home.
a little bit rough. Now it's starting to get much smoother. This is the result of putting oil on it, rubbing the oil till it's
How do I toast buns without a griddle? Do it in a pan. You have more than one frying pan, correct?
completely rubbed in. You don't want any pooling. Both sides, then in the oven for about an hour. Bring it out, let it cool, repeat, repeat, repeat. You can do it 4, 5, 6 times. The more you use the pan, the more nonstick it gets, the better it gets. It's fantastic. We're super jazzed about it. By the way, you can go to shopstcg.com right now and get yours. Everybody should have one. Let me tell you why you want this. Here's why I think they make sense. Let's say you love the idea of cooking on something flat, but you don't have the room and you don't want to spend the money. Look, the Evo is not inexpensive. There's all kinds of flat griddles that you can get. They take up a lot of space. They're much more expensive than these guys are. This lets you get all that flat cooking in an area this big. You can do it inside your house on the stove. Just put this across 1 or 2 burners, away you go. Or you see us use these things all the time. 2 of these side by side are perfect for one of these guys. Lay it across. You don't have a flat griddle that you want to use on your barbecue. This, sit it right on top of your grill like we're going to do today, and lets you do exactly what you want. Flat right there. And if you don't have a grill and you want those grill marks, that's where this side comes in, wherever you are.
Those things kind of suck for that, to be brutally honest.
At the beach, little camping stove, this kid sitting on top. You'll be the king of the surf, and it's a perfect gift. ShopSDCG.com, but let's get away from the pan right now and talk about what we're gonna make. So we're wondering, what's the best way to inaugurate our new reversible griddle? Of course, a burger kind of thing would be good, but burger by itself seems a bit simple. We thought a patty melt would be good.
Oh, I have griddles. Indoor, outdoor, doesn't matter. I got them. But I'm just saying, if you don't happen to have one, do it in a pan. I toast burger buns in pans all the time.
Yes, what's a patty melt? It's meat, it's onions and cheese. That's a good start. What if we did a brunch patty melt? Now you're talking, because now you've got the onions, you got the meat, but now you can add an egg for the brunch patty melt. You could also add bacon. We're just trying to show you the true power, all the handling capability of the Sam the Cooking Guy reversible grill. We're gonna do everything on this side until it comes time to patty meltitize it. Then we're gonna flip it over like you're supposed to and get those beautiful grill marks. What's better than that? Did I say beef? Yes, of course, beef for a patty melt, but not just any beef. We're bringing out the big guns, and the big guns,
Amazon hates this, but there's nothing they can do to stop it. There's a new electric lighter out there, and it's got the firepower of a military-grade flamethrower.
Yeah, great. I'll make sure to try
A5 Wagyu. Look at the marbling.
Oh my God. Well, at least it's better than Mr. Beast.
On that. This is real.
If I'm gonna spend the money for Wagyu, I want to keep the steak intact, for Christ's sakes.
Ridiculous. It's melting under the temperature of my hands right now. I better be very careful. I'm gonna start by prepping this into a quick little patty, and then everything just up or downhill from there. There you go. This is our beautiful A5. Now here's the deal. To grind this up to make a patty, I could use a grinder, but it's too much working.
Oh, and by the way, to all vegans that are complaining and bitching about animals living these horrible lives before we kill them to eat them, Wagyu cows live a better life than about 95% of humanity. And when they're killed, they're about 2 minutes from a heart attack anyway.
I'm gonna use the processor. You've seen us do this before. So I'm gonna take it out. This has been in the freezer about 15 minutes to firm it up. It's not rock hard because that won't chop. But you see this? That's the grease coming off of this. Oh, it's gonna be amazing. Now I don't need quite this much fat. So let's cut this off and this. These pieces, if you think I'm throwing those away, you're insane. Those we're gonna keep, and I will use those for another day, maybe to grease up a pan, maybe when I need a little extra fat and some patties I'm making. But now we'll cut these into little chunks. Just, can you believe what we're looking at here in terms of marbling? It's unbelievable. And now I'll just cut these into little chunks. That was Max's phone, it wasn't my phone.
It's usually your phone.
Usually. All right, these pieces now will come into our processor. We're processing.
Ah, okay. Yeah, if you don't have a grinder, a processor can grind ground beef. Just pulse it about, well, I'm using normal meat, so about 15 pulses. I don't know what Wagyu is.
Processor, if you're American. And now we're gonna pulse. That's all we're gonna do. Look how slick this is. It's amazing. I'm always amazed by the level of fat in a proper Wagyu. And let's just pulse, just until it's ground. A couple more, that's it. Look inside. Don't have to, I'll show you. See that? See how gorgeous this is? Look at the amount of fat in there. Typically, you'd be asking to have at least 20% fat. 80-20 is what you want when you go to the store, just buying it off the shelf. This is what, 50-50? It's gonna cook in no time. All right, let's take it out, make one quick patty, get it back in the fridge. Let's make a quick black pepper aioli, then we cook.
I probably would actually almost put that in the freezer too. Let it freeze a little bit. Like give it like an hour in the fridge and then maybe 10 minutes in the freezer.
We begin with a bowl. That's a good start. Some Japanese mayo. Now, black pepper aioli requires black pepper and a decent amount of it. Somebody tell me when. When? Does that look good? Fine, one more.
I like it peppery.
Okay.
I remember you teaching me pepper
One
and
more.
ketchup.
Right? How good is that? So pepper ketchup. Simple concept. You take some ketchup, put some pepper on it. Yes. But the way we do it is you take some ketchup and you put it in a bowl and you, like this, you cover the top of it so all you see is pepper, which seems like overkill, but when you take a French fry and you dip it in, it's not like you're getting an inch of pepper, you're getting just that top layer. It's the best thing ever.
Overkill?
Not overkill.
Overkill. Overkill.
I'm Canadian and I have COVID and a cold, a COVID cold. All right, keep going. So when you have what you now believe is enough pepper, just a little bit of salt, with a little, as Martha Stewart would say, a little brightness from some lemon zest, baby squeeze of olive oil, and we mix. And the fact that you can see as much pepper as you can tells me this is gonna be the shit. Boys, let's bust out the pan and start cooking. Well, first thing on, the inaugural cook of the Cooking Guy 17-inch reversible griddle is bacon. Oh, anticlimactic, no sizzle. There we go. Okay. Now you're talking, son.
Well, hopefully corn cob doesn't get a hold of this.
There we go. Beautiful. All right, that's gonna shrink a bit. On this side, little oil and some onion. Because after all, we are talking patty melt. And patty melt requires onions. Ooh, it's hot over here. Ha, lovely, 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 lovely. Now we're just standing around. We're cooking bacon. We're cooking this. We got eggs to do. Then our Wagyu patty, don't forget about that. And then after all that, then everything gets built. Cheese happens. We flip it over. We cook it on the grill mark side for beautiful excellence. Okay, so let's just give these guys a flip, but I've got a little more heat happening towards the center, so I'll just move these guys over. Oh, it's so hot. Ah, looking pretty. And the advantage of doing this all on one thing, obviously, is look at the onions now are getting the benefit of the grease. Now the grease is all running down because this char broiler that I have doesn't sit 100% flat. Of course, the grease is gonna run down this way, but that's fine because that's a little bath for my onions, which is only gonna stand to make this 1,000 times better. Oh boy, those onions. Soft, yummy, delicious. Let's give them a little salt and pepper, shall we? All right, we got a couple more minutes now before the bacon will come off and the onions will come off. We can get the eggs happening, get the little patty
Okay, I don't want to call you a liar, but the bacon looked a bit underdone.
happening, get the magic happening. Off these guys come. And they are spectacular.
They're fine.
To quote Seinfeld, they're real and they are spectacular. You know that line, Chance?
I know it.
Attaboy. Okay, well look, let's just do this. This is unnecessary, but that's bacon grease. Honestly, with an A5 Wagyu patty like this, you don't need any grease. Why? Because it has enough fat of its own. But we're not gonna say no to the bacon grease that already exists. So let's just do this. Spread some upward, and then take this kid, and we go. Oh, that's hot.
You always cooking bacon grease if you got it available, for Christ's sake.
We haven't seasoned this little fellow yet, so we're going to. Kosher salt, pepper, and because it's sitting right beside me, a little garlic powder. All right, let's try and flip. Oh boy, what happened there? That's okay, it's gonna be insane. All right, let's go. We'll take this guy off. I wish I had a, there we go. Okay, good, good. Don't worry, don't you worry. It's all about how it's gonna eat. It's egg time. Take some of this grease, up we go, and we come in with an egg, and on it goes. Beautiful, beautiful. Of course we...
That's where your American cheese or your Gruyere cheese or just cheese comes in. It's glue.
Season, salt and pepper. Do your thing, little buddy. Do your thing. Okay, eggs coming off. Hello, little fellow. Gonna get some gloves. Give this a quick wipe. Flip them over, and then we use the other side to make it purty. These are the components. We got the aioli. We got the... What was supposed to be a patty? It's okay. Cheese will hold it in place. We've got the rye bread. We've got our egg. We've got our...
That's why I do, that's... Okay, maybe it's just indicative of a patty melt.
onions. We've got our bacon. We got to build it before we put it on the ridged part of the griddle, all right? Here's our bread. Now, if you think that aioli is going on here, that's a good guess, but you'd be wrong. We're gonna use it on the outside, like butter for a grilled cheese. It's gonna be spectacular. First thing in, though, will be the onions.
Then why would you make... Then why the fuck... Oh, fuck it. Whatever.
Honestly, if you are not a caramelized onion fan, there's something seriously wrong with you. Because they're one of the great joys in life. And the more you caramelize an onion, the sweeter it gets. It just becomes fantastic. Okay, now I thought this out. Next, I'm gonna try and get this kid on. Okay, now you got your Swiss cheese, which is fairly traditional for a patty melt. And then you got your bacon. And let's go un, deux, and trois. That'd be 1, 2, 3 in French. And now this. And now what everybody's thinking at home. Sam, the egg. Yes, but listen, we're gonna be pressing a little bit to get the grill marks. And if the egg's in there, the yolk's gonna pop. We'll slip the egg in after. But before we do anything, we have to do this. Black pepper aioli. Anybody have any idea how good this is gonna be? Okay, and we're gonna cook it right here on a burner because I wanna show you another option for using the pan. Here we go. This demands one quick flip over like that. And on we go. And you're not really looking for it to sizzle right away because the outside's gonna cook way too fast before the cheese gets a chance to melt. Now, if you wanna come in with a little weight, what's the weight gonna do? The weight's just gonna give it even pressure, help those lines set beautifully. All right, now we're just waiting. I don't put anything on the top at this point because whether I'm using a weight or my hand, I don't need all that grease. I just want that. You don't need to add your lube to the top until you flip it. All right, so we're ready to flip. That comes off. Come back with the rest of our black pepper aioli. And now for the fun part. Uno, dos, tres. Stay together. And that is why you want a grill pan. Oh, look at everything that's happening in there. It's perfect. I'm so excited. All righty then, only one thing to do. Remember what that is? It's the egg, lads. Gotta put the egg back. Chance remembered about the egg. In the center. Just like that. Shall I? Do you want this to happen, Max? Do you? Boop. And the classic egg yolk pop. Who doesn't love that? Bite time. Ah, it's fantastic. What a mess. That's exactly what this should be. Fricking A5 Wagyu, bacon, egg, caramelized onion, black pepper aioli mess. And now I'm having a bite because I deserve it. I'm absolutely salivating. Partially because I haven't had proper solid food in 4 days because of stupid COVID.
Wow, remember when people were actually afraid of COVID? Yeah, that scam worked out great. Millions of people that were already at death's door. And no, it wasn't millions. Yeah, I'm sorry your 93-year-old grandmother died of COVID, but she was 93. It was either COVID or breaking a hip.
You could argue that the Wagyu is absolute overkill in something like this.
Anybody
And
who
on
was
most days,
anybody who was reasonably healthy and not super old, if they got it, they'd be just fine.
I might agree, but today, F no. Today, with everything, especially that black pepper aioli, this is tremendous. And was the right way to inaugurate the Sam the Cooking Guy 17-inch reversible griddle pan.
All right. And do I have anything that I desperately want to do? Not really. I got to get out and cook anyway. Anyway, that wraps up this one. I may be on Twitch later. But good night, everybody.